Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris in our Roma Galactica series. This is Mars, and that's Earth. It's been nicely terraformed, now that we have access to the ability to terraform it in this latest version of Stellaris. And we also have this nice little fleet, Classis Missinensis, hanging out back here. Speaking of fleets, now that we're done with some of the stuff that happened at the end of the last episode, let's pay a visit to Classis Ravenus and see how their rebuilding efforts are going. We have 17 cruisers now, and I believe we just need a few more Trajan class, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. No, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Oh, actually, that's just 3. And yeah, so we need 3 more Trajan class. And then I think the rest are Hadrian class in an even balance. Hopefully that's the way it is. I have learned that I can't entirely trust. All right, so Sirius Continentum. I can't entirely trust the game's indicators of what is built where. Also, I just remembered somebody pointed out that I have maybe some cruiser build yards on some of my worlds, so I need to make sure that next time I rebuild the next fleet, that I build them there. So sorry about that. Forgot from the last episode. All right, so let's go ahead and just do 3 more Trajan class, and let's also go ahead and find those cruiser building yards. I think on Baltris Continentum, right? No, those are Corvette assembly yards. So when I build Corvettes, that'll come in handy. Oh, yes, that's right. Baltris Glacius. This is one of our major production centers. Also, we need to go ahead and get our spaceports built up. Now, these spaceports are projectile-based, like our other technology. So let's just stick to tradition and build our new spaceports around our new colonies. 3 new spaceports, in fact. So we actually, yeah, we have lots of spaceports to build. And things are going quite well. We just got a research bonus from the sentient AI technology, which hopefully won't come back and bite us in the butt later, but the Infinity Machine gave it to us, so we couldn't really say no. Just kind of handed it to us, and all of a sudden we have that dangerous technology, which normally you have a choice about researching. But anyway, I mean, that is a handy thing. And also Gargantua, just to show you from the last episode. Gargantua now has, where's Gargantua? Right there. Now has a nice little research bonus associated with it. There's a Tundra world here as well. I kind of want it. Let's arrange that, shall we? Should we maybe let the, should we do it? Should we let the Illustrata take it? Yeah, let's do it. Let's give them a new world. Because these guys are strong. This is going to be a border world with the Kingdom of Yonderim. So it makes sense to put this here. So I think that's going to be a good location for the world. Let's go. This is going to be Haneri Prune. That's been taken care of. Whoa. What's happened here? We've got a couple of fleets that just went missing in action. Not quite sure. Oh, okay. So these guys have closed their borders against us. Our researchers believe that your scientists were not conducting but stealing research to keep valued trade secrets safe. We must bar you from our space. Truly a troubling time when scientists don't trust each other. Okay, by the way, here's our new alien cruiser. Oh, check this out. Holy crap. This is the one we raised up from Balawar Continentum. That's really cool. Roman colors and everything. Well, I'll tell you what. I want you to hang out with Classis Missinensis. You're going to be with our primary fleet. Excellent. Oh, okay. Now they've opened their borders to us again. Okay, well, whatever. We are currently... I think our colony ship is on the way to Mars right now. Yep, there it is. So the Mars colony is underway. Have some upgrades I need to take care of on some of my new core worlds. Had a very busy last couple of episodes. Lots going on. And we're still... Okay, we're... Oh, you know what? We can do our Ascension perk now. Duh. Now that we have access to... Let's see... Galactic Wonders is what I wanted to go for. So this will give us access to the Century Array, the Science Nexus, and the Dyson Sphere. So let's do that. Done. Yeah, I completely forgot last episode when we got that tech finished up. So yeah. No lost time, though. We need to save up more minerals before we can build one of those. Plus, we still haven't built habitats, which, again, we kind of need habitats first, almost, to tell you the absolute truth. Alright, so the Mars colony is being established. Just trying to stay on top of upgrades as much as I can. Notice we're at our new food cap again already. Do a science lab there. Oh, nice. Okay, so this can probably be a Unity building. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, we've got maximum production there. Yeah, everything's good. Everything is good. Mars is looking like a nice colony. How many slots is that? 17? Or no, 15? Not bad at all. Classis Ravenus. Classis Missinensis. Now with an additional cruiser hanging out with him. Oh wait, no, it's still on its way, actually. Oh, or wait, is it? I'm confused. Why can't I see the new ship?
Construction complete.
Did I join? No, I didn't. I'm curious where the other ship went. Oh no, okay, there it is. It's in a different category, Cruiser 1. And for some reason I can't see it, but it's here. I think it's like somewhere in the middle of all this. Where are you, dude? I don't know why I can't see this cruiser. Seriously, where is it? Am I blind? Where the heck is this thing? I think it's like clipped into some of these other ships nearby. Either that or it hasn't quite arrived in the system yet. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, we're going to try and keep the clock running at a reasonably rapid pace. Galactic. Uh-oh. Instruments across the Roman star. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, holy crap. We have an in-game event already popping up already. I was not expecting to see that at this point, but I suppose we have gotten through a good bit of the series here. So, instruments across the Roman star empire have suddenly picked up a subspace power surge of massive proportions coming from somewhere within our galaxy. Our scientists are struggling to come up with an explanation for this event. Nothing of its like has ever been recorded. The exact origin point of this sudden power surge has yet to be identified, but we are still in the process of analyzing the available data. Keep at it. I'm pretty sure that's the unbidden. Reasonably certain. Crap. Crap, crap. Okay. Let's do a mine there. And hydroponics farm there. I'm glad I upped my my food cap when I did. The source of the massive power surge we detected earlier has been identified. It comes from some kind of gigantic subspace tear in the Thobit system. Fleets of strange spacecraft are pouring out of this dimensional portal, and early reports speak of indiscriminate attacks against everyone coming into contact with them. We have intercepted a powerful signal being sent from the arriving vessels to somewhere on the other side of the portal. It sounds like a hunting call. These creatures must be studied closer. Aha! It is the unbidden. Feeding ground reached. Prey bountiful at long last. We shall feast. What are these things? Well, joy. Now we have to deal with the unbidden. Now, the question is, where are they? Oh, they're over here. Okay, well, that's not the worst. That they're over there near a fallen empire that might be able to give them a little bit of trouble. I'm just happy they didn't spawn in the middle of our territory. We have a colony ship heading up to... Oh, yeah, that's right. We're colonizing that world. Forgot about that. All right, well, in that case, hang on. My plans just changed a little bit. I'm going to pause the game and think in terms of what I need to do. All right, so habitat is 5,000 to build, but I need to bring as many of my colony construction ships back as I can. Actually, we've got one right here. Let's go ahead and bring you to Sol, and as soon as I have 5,000, I'm going to go ahead and build my first habitat. We need to do everything we can to build those rapidly. Now, as much as I would like... Well, yeah, I do need to queue this stuff up. Why didn't that get built right? I'm pretty sure... I thought we'd already queued everything up at Aslan, but I guess we hadn't. Alright, this is going to take a bit of my mineral reserve away, but considering our income, we'll make it back pretty quick. We need to hit the 5,000 threshold. So in about 5 months we should be good. So the unbidden have arrived. Very, very, very small territory for the moment, and they're in the middle of all the other factions. So they couldn't have spawned in a better place. All right, let's go ahead and... All right, these are our science ships that Good. These are our science ships that... what's this? Nice. So we get a Ministry of Culture. Do we not already have one of those? So this would improve our governing ethics attraction even more. I thought we already had a Ministry of Culture. Yeah, because we have a Ministry of Benevolence. But yeah, let's do it. Screw it. We need that even more. We need it for unity purposes. Where would we put it though? Let's see. We already have so many special buildings on. Maybe we can build it on Mars. How about that? Can we build it on Mars, or do we have to build it on our capital? I think we have to build it on our capital. Let's take a look. Is it on the list and just I don't have access to it yet, or... Nah, it needs to be, I think, on our capital world. So, I guess... Man. Alright, well, I'm replacing the very last mining network. Well, no, what I'm gonna replace the mineral processing plant, because there's only gonna be one mining tile, and it's the one that's being more productive. Now, it's part of the reason it is productive is because of the processing plant, so we're gonna lose some stuff on both ends here. But if we... oh, there's a unity bonus to it as well. Nice, a unity bonus. Not only 6 unity for the planet, but 10% more unity for the entire empire and 10% governing ethics attraction. That is a fantastic offer from our friends. Now, let's also make sure that we still have our research boost. Yes, we do. Good. All right, so we've got Ruby Guardians up here. Still have to deal with them. Enigmatic Power Core is on its way. It's going to make it easier to deal with. Also, we do have the option of getting Ascension perks potentially soon-ish that could actually give us damage bonuses against the unbidden. So it could be worse. All right, there's an Alpine world here, a Tundra world, Arctic world. There's definitely more worlds that need to be colonized out here. So I should probably keep working on that to where we have some more territory. No, but we need... Nope. I need one thing I can do, actually. If we want to go ahead and get to the 5,000 mark soon, let's go ahead and trade for minerals. Let's get 1,000 for 2,000. Done. Now, where are you? You're in Sol. Let's get our first habitat built. All right, so we can build one around Jupiter, which sounds appropriate. We can build around Venus, which also sounds appropriate. Uranus, Neptune. We can really build one anywhere. Let's do it around Jupiter first. So we're going to have a massive habitat in orbit of Jupiter.
Colonization in progress.
All right, and that science ship needs to go back on auto-explore mode because we're still trying to catch up. Okay, good. We're colonizing there. So the Kingdom of Yonderim is not going to be happy with us for what we're doing with that, but they're just going to have to deal, as I like to say. Let's see. Sectors. Oh, I still haven't renamed that sector. Forgot about that. Okay, now Gargantua is going to be in our territory as well. That's another benefit of adding this to our territory. There it is. Perfect. All right, we'll come back later. All right, so our first habitat is being built. Habitats are the lesser of the megastructures. But as you can see, it's still going to take a long time. It's only at 4%. I'm on fast speed. You know how long ago I gave that order? It's going to take a second to build that thing up. In the meantime, hang on. I'm gonna be pausing a lot because I want to make sure I'm being as efficient as possible. I'm not leaving anything unimproved on our new worlds, you know, because we need to move as rapidly as possible given the arrival of the unbidden. If you don't know what the unbidden are, you're about to find out. How are we doing here? We actually need more society research now, so let's go ahead and get a biolab set up there. Let's upgrade that. Skykey Ignis. All right, good.
Research complete.
All right, so we got a mineral boost there. That came in at a good time. We can go for crystal infused plating, which might be handy, but maybe I kind of just want better military stations too. Flak artillery. Tell you what, let's go ahead and go for those because it has been mentioned to me that those are actually pretty decent and I might want to play around with those. So I will keep that in mind. This construction ship, I could do another habitat. Let's go ahead and start work on another one. We need one in Sirius. Alright, so first things first, let's pay a visit to these guys. We want to trade in for minerals. Ooh, good lord. Alright, well, while the construction ship is on its way, we'll let the rest build up on its own.
System survey complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Almost there.
Construction complete.
Just need 5,000 minerals. So at the beginning of December of 2375. Should be good. We need to check on the unbidden in a second and see how fast they're expanding. Okay.
Research complete.
Alright, so habitat-wise, Sirius 5A. Ooh, we could put it around this this volcanic world. Also, it looks like there's a I kind of like the idea of it being around this blue world, though. No, let's do it around the volcanic world first. Doesn't really matter which one, because I mean the habitat is very self-sustaining. All right, so now we have access to another core system, so we can have even more core colonies. We're going to do that as soon as possible. Capacity boosters. Let me go ahead and get access to the orbital mind control laser. Also, we have to make sure we upgrade our spaceports here. So let's go ahead and... Oh, we don't even have the money for it right now, as a matter of fact. But let's go ahead and start by building observatories, at least. Yeah, we don't have the... Crap. We don't have the money for any of this yet.
Construction complete.
Well, we did, but we just used it on habitat, which, as well, we should. I mean, we definitely need the habitats as soon as possible. Let's take a look at the unbidden. How they doing? All right, they haven't grown yet. That's somewhat reassuring. By somewhat, I mean a very little. All right, Mars. Let's go ahead and build your spaceport.
System survey complete.
Okay, so what's going on here? Okay, so there's some overlap there. Not surprised. Also, it seems like there's still some systems over here that I haven't queued up for any kind of construction yet, so let's give those orders really fast. Alright, so that's that, and that's all the money we have. We'll have more soon. What should I call that sector? It's north of Narbonensis.
Construction complete.
It's galactic west of Magna Germania. Still thinking about it.
Complete.
Okay, so we should be ready to do a few upgrades here. Let's go ahead and do some level 2 spaceports. I'm going to try and do all at once. Oh, that one's still building. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. And we'll have more soon. Inactive buildings. Oh yeah, we have people migrating, and we'll have lots of migration. Okay, good. Mars can upgrade. We'll have lots of migration soon enough. Let's go ahead and build a frontier clinic here, and then an additional hydroponics farm here. New colonies are doing quite well, and we can go ahead and add another one, as a matter of fact. Hang on, what would be the best one? We have a Tundra World, ACR 5, 21 slots. Arid World, 22. Let's go ahead and have a look at our options here. Ophioglia is 85% habitable. Not by humans. It's 45% habitable by humans, but I'm still going to make these human colonies because these are core human worlds. I could also terraform these. That's the other thing. Like I could totally, if I wanted to, I've got the money for it. Could terraform these into. I think we have Gaia transformation, don't we? Yeah, I could make this a Gaia world. It would take a long time, but it'd be great to have a Gaia planet at the center of our territory. This is a 21. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's queue up one of those. Do we have a world that has a system that has 2 worlds in it? No, we don't. So, actually, yeah, new beginning, the Tomb World here. So, here's what we'll do. We're going to take this one. This is a 21 slot world. We're going to transform this into a Gaia planet. It's going to cost a good amount of energy, and it's going to take a long freaking time. However, this one here, we need a little bit more energy to do that. But this one here, we're going to terraform into a continental world. So we've got some terraforming to do, and then we'll colonize those. That way we'll have 2 more colonizable planets. This is a toad. This one has a toad asteroid, so that has that research bonus. Nice. All right, so we have access to the enigmatic power core. I cannot wait to play with that thing. Okay, so now we can go for the sentient combat AI for all of our ships, which I think sounds like a really good idea. But unfortunately, we also have access to. Let's see. This gives better chance to hit, chance to evade. So it might be better to go for the enigmatic encoder first, or maybe go for the enigmatic deflector next. Yeah, let's go for the deflector so we have access to better shields. And now let's, because I know you're eager, let's have a look at our ships. Wrong hotkeys, Hadrian. There we go. All right, the Aurelius class Corvette has already been upgraded with the medium enigmatic power cores. So now we can... Interesting. All right, so it's got level 5 Gauss cannons already installed on it. So this is... It's using all the power that it possibly can right now. Advanced afterburners, probably... Yeah, I need to keep that on. So yeah, this is good. Let's still go ahead and save it so that it goes to the bottom. And then the Claudius has some extra power. So this is our torpedo boat. We don't have many of these built right now. So, I mean, I'm looking at these just for the sake of seeing what the updates are, but we don't have them built yet. These are our hyper shields. Again, we're going to have better shields soon enough. But, wow. All right, so that's that. Now let's look at the Tiberius class destroyer. We have lots of extra power on this thing now. We technically could go ahead and put more shields on this thing because armor is not that big of a deal for destroyers, since we have access to... Yeah, there's different ways to look at it. You know, we have regenerative hull tissue, which is nice. Also, am I good with just... Yeah, I'm good with having these. I mean, we could potentially put some missiles on this thing. I'm kind of tempted to put some missiles on it. We haven't messed with missiles yet. I could put antimatter missiles on it, and they would, as small weapons, they would do 11 to 15 damage. It's very, very tempting to have missile slots here on the Tiberius class. Or maybe create a new ship that's like a missile-based ship. Yeah, I'll do a new design at some point. Need to come up with another name. But, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and put in some more shields here, because I just feel like that's going to be a lot more effective in protecting this thing. 420 shields from the hyper shields. Again, the shields that we have, the ones that we're researching right now, are going to be better than the hyper shields. But, all right, the regenerative hull tissue is... I guess we'll leave that there. Or do we need the shield modulator? We have, or the shield capacitor? I think it would be better to have this, all things considered, because it's a shield-heavy ship. So let's go ahead and save the Tiberius class. All right, and now we're going to look at the Justinian class. This also has lots of extra power. Now, where are those flak? Okay, flak batteries are. It turns out these are medium weapon class. So they are point defense, but also kinetic weapons. So they function as both. I like that. So maybe we can put... No, this is a medium weapon. It's not going to fit on that other ship. But I was going to say maybe we can put it on the other one. Yeah, this has got... See, we've got some armor here too. I kind of... Here's what I want to do. We're going to put another... Where are you? Enigmatic power core. We're going to put one of those in the medium spot. And then... Again, it's better to have 2 small than 1 medium when it comes to shields. So we're going to go with that. And then we still have a slot here where we could put something additional. So maybe medium armor there, or perhaps more shields. Yeah, more shields. Holy crap. Look at that. All right. So that's that. We'll have more upgrades to do as more stuff comes available to us, but there's the Justinian class. Okay, we already looked at the Tiberius. Yes, we did. All right, so now let's look at the 2 cruisers and then our battleships. Okay, so we have lots of extra power on this thing now. Holy mother of God. All right, so I think I definitely want to... Well, I kind of like how it looks right now. I can take away this power core and maybe put some additional armor on this thing. You can put some additional Durasteel armor. That puts the armor up to 70% for our cruisers. And then there's a nice little balance there. That works well for me. And then... Now for the broadside core, do we maybe put one of the flak cannons on the Trajan class? Do we try it? What do they do? Let's have a look. Flak battery. These do 6 to 21 damage. These do 17 to 53, so it's a lot less damage. 3.61, 7... Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's time yet, but maybe once we have better versions of that technology, we're going to revisit that question. All right, so that's that. That's the Trajan class. Let's now take a look at the Hadrian class. Again, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of extra power. So we can go ahead and get rid of that as well and do the same thing. We're going to add a little bit more armor to this ship. Also put it up to 70. Not bad. Same effect. And we still have maximum weaponry. Very good. All right, so that's that. Next. The Augustus. So. Okay. Can't take off one of the reactors. Note to self. These things supply a lot of power. To be specific, large ones supply 120 power. I think I'm happy with this layout still. We'll have better weapons soon enough. So yeah, we'll go with the Augustus class as is, and the Julius class also has lots of extra power. I'm happy with this situation as well. These are all large, so I can't take any of them off. And the power bonus is going to grant an additional 1% to damage. So, okay, that's that. And on that note, we're 27 minutes into this episode. I know I said that I don't want to spoil you guys by recording too many long episodes, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here. In between episodes, I'm also going to pull up the I'm going to pull up the image that I use so I can figure out what the heck we're going to name this sector. And then we need to keep an eye on these guys here because holy crap. We have Unbidden in our game, and it's making me super freaking nervous. So keep your fingers crossed that they don't become too much of a threat too quickly. I think it's interesting that they spawn right in the middle of all those other empires. It'll kind of take the threat off of us, and it'll let us expand into this part of space, really establish a lot of power while we research the remaining tech and build some of our maybe first megastructures, as well as go for another... oh man, look, we're so close to another policy. Let's go ahead and do this before the end of the episode. We're going to be close to another Ascension perk before long. Okay, so that's it. We have enough. We could reduce unrest right now. We could increase our leader lifespan. Let's go ahead and increase our leader lifespan because I want to go for that ability. We don't really have an unrest ability right now, but if we go for Bulwark of Harmony, then that'll, if someone declares war on us, then we can get a little bit better ship build speed as well as fire rate. When we're in a defensive war, just in case, excuse me, something goes wrong. But anyway, we also need to take care of the dimensional horror at some point in the near future. So once we've got more tech researched, which we're getting there, we will start seriously considering that question as well. 60 months, so approximately 5 years exactly. Actually, not approximately 5 years exactly until the enigmatic deflector is done. So that's going to be next episode. Again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes in Roma Galactica are coming out every single day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.